Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. There is one simple reason why any man should know women are not just looking at a man's face. One simple reason. And I'll get into that in a second, because the reason I'm even talking about this, it just hit me this morning. You know how, like, early in the morning stuff just hits you out of the blue? Because I always get some guys trying to go against body game and say, oh no, and they'll speak to me like they got some sense. It's like, motherfucker, you obviously ain't listening to women. And it's one simple reason women are not just looking at a man's face. Because if they were just looking at a man's face, why are they talking about height so much? Hell, they talk about height more than they talk about a man's body. Now, if a man were to be like, well, nah, Rom, it's just height. Okay, they got a good argument. They got a good argument there, because women, they always talking about height. But if it was just a man's face, a man's height wouldn't matter. A man's height wouldn't matter at all. You know, if it was just his face. He could be whatever height. As long as his face look good to him, boom. And really, other shit go in there too. Really. But height more than anything else. Because definitely other things go into there. Shoot, I use those balloon pop shows. Like I say, they the gift that keep on giving. They the gift that keep on giving. If you think about those balloon pop shows, how many times has a woman rejected a man just off of what his clothes, his fit, his everything? I mean, damn. Women online saying what they want. They ain't just saying one thing. And yeah, there's some women that look at a man's face, but like I say, they look at everything on a man. Because if it was just his face, they would just say that. Shit. And even with the body, if it was just a man's face, male exotic dancers wouldn't make one penny. They wouldn't have to get naked as shit. Hell, when women going overseas, they ain't going for a man's face. When they going on sex tourism and everything, they ain't looking at a man's face. Oh man, I saw the popo early today. Hey, look, seriously, think. Because some dudes be just on some stupid shit. And I'm going to be real. Let's just be real. Some dudes just want to go against me. They just want to go against me. And usually because they don't have a body that stands out. So they try to think, oh, it's just the face. It's just the face. Well, is that what the women are saying online? Like I said, if a dude said it was just height, I'd be like, okay. It ain't just height, but they at least have a good argument. I mean, come on now. You be having these women on these videos and stuff, whatever, a ton of videos talking about it. That's why I say, even when I argue that some men out here, despite height, still be getting theirs, there's still an argument for women just being concerned for height. There's at least an argument there. There ain't an argument for face. Because women be saying whatever. Now, yeah, they, like I said, they looking at a face, but they looking at everything on a man. They looking at everything. But if they were looking at just face, that man could be whatever height. Hell, he could be whatever weight. It wouldn't even matter what clothes he wear. It wouldn't even matter. Definitely his shoes, but shit, women be looking at everything. Oh, then their personality wouldn't matter too. But see, the guys who usually go for that, usually trying to talk that, man, they don't know shit anyway. They don't know shit. And a motherfucker, get in my motherfucking face and say that shit. Oh, I had one dude, he got real pissed off at me. He up there saying, you ain't from Crenshaw or anything like that. You're right. I'm from Southeast DC, motherfucker. Look it up. Yeah, I'm just gonna say. Let me just go on a tangent. You got some dumbass motherfuckers up here, out here. Seriously, they just dumb as shit. They just dumb as shit. And don't know anything but have the nerve to be saying something. You know, it's one thing to be a fool. It's another thing to open your mouth and prove it. Fuck all that shit. Use some common sense out here. Use some common sense. If women, let's get back to what I was originally talking about. If women were just looking at faces, a man could wear any type of clothing as long as he had a handsome face. Shoot, even those dudes who be talking about money and status. If it was just a face, money and status wouldn't matter at all. They wouldn't need to say that. You know? If it was just a face, shit. Shit. Motherfuckers need to be quiet out this motherfucker. Women wouldn't be shit. Let's just use just the height thing, just the height. You got women, they be on street interviews, they be on like shows, panels, everything, talking about height. If it was just a man's face, they wouldn't need to mention that shit. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Because a man could be tall and ugly. But he's 6'4" or something. If a woman looking at it, obviously that's more than just his face. And shit. Even when you put body game in there. If a man's handsome to a woman, it wouldn't matter what his weight is. And incidentally, let's just be real. I'm not the only one to talk about this body game. I gave it a name, but I'm not the only one. But see, you got some dudes out here want to be stupid, want to be arguing and shit, man. Who the fuck is? Seriously. I'm out here in the real world and shit, man. I'm actually paying attention and stuff. You got a bunch of motherfuckers out here, they want to be on some dumb shit. And really, because they don't have it. They don't have it. And really, if you were to ask some women, they probably don't have good looking faces either. If you talk to some women about that shit, let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. They probably don't have that either. They just don't want to face that. They just basically don't have shit that a woman will want. Let's keep it a buck on that shit. Let's keep it a buck. Because anybody who's been with a woman know they be looking at a lot of different shit. Like, let's talk about that for a second. Any man who's been with women know they be looking at everything. They'll look at your damn fingernails, see if they dirty. You got some women, they like a man who's a hard worker, so they be looking at fingernails. You know? I remember on somebody else's channel, somebody tried to say I was crazy for saying women don't check out shoes. In fact, it was a Mr. Lucario. It was Mr. Lucario's channel. Mr. Lucario had to check the dude. Women be checking out all that. They be looking at all that shit. Yeah, I'll go there later. They be looking at all of that. Any man who's dealt with some women, any man who's had sex, they'll know they looking at all that shit. Like shit, no, let me go there. Let me go this one place that a lot of men are really uncomfortable about. If all they cared about was a man's face, his dick size wouldn't matter. I want y'all to think about that. If he had a handsome face, shoot, his dick size wouldn't matter too. And you know some women be checking that shit out. You know, shoot. We in gray sweatpants season. Why you think women be going crazy over gray sweatpants? They be looking at that print. That dude better convince that woman he's a grower or something. If all that mattered was his face, they wouldn't look at a man. They wouldn't give a shit. And I can say all I want about learning how to use it and shit. They still be looking and shit. In fact, there was this one guy pranking women. He pranked them on cars. And I see a clip of him. He'll put some shit in his pants and prank a woman. And they be looking. Shit, there was another guy. He was some Russian guy. He'd be getting on some trains and stuff, putting some shit in his pants and secretly taking videos of the women looking. Shoot, if it was just a face, they wouldn't look at all that other shit. Women look at everything. Yes, they look at a face, but then they look at the whole package. And shit, no, let me talk about that joint again. I know a woman, she said she couldn't fuck with a guy because he only had 4 inches. They look at everything. They look at every single thing. That's why a man need to just he need to just develop himself as best as possible. Don't think they look at everything. Shoot, I remember I was at a retreat and a woman was saying this one guy was a Mr. Goodbar. And you know, Mr. Goodbar is that type of guy, get the pussy thrown at him. And she said her reasoning was he had big hands. First of all, he was tall. She didn't say shit about his face, but he had big hands, big feet. And sometimes women be looking at that. I remember I told a woman who hadn't met me in person and stuff, talking with her on the phone. I said, oh yeah, I always got to get extra large gloves. She said, oh yeah. Women be asking what size shoe you wear. They man, come on now. See, look, here's the bottom line. Women look at every little thing. And publicly, they'll talk about height. Like, let's just get back just to the height thing. Let's just, they checking out everything. But one thing they always talking about, to the point, it's like, I don't give a shit what it is. Shoot, you can find that online yourself. You don't even have to be looking for it. You find them talking about height. If it was just their face, why the fuck they talking about height? Think about that just think. What would their height matter as long as they are handsome? And there's plenty of women that'll say a man handsome, but he ain't tall enough. They'll do it on those balloon pop shows. They'll come up and say it. Not only that, they will explain the shit. Shoot, you go on those online dating and stuff. They'll just say straight up, you gotta be 6. You gotta be 6 feet. Shoot, when women be talking about that 666 thing, one of them is 6 feet. One of them is 6 feet. If it was just a face, why would that shit even matter? Seriously, all that other shit wouldn't even matter to a woman. As long as you had a handsome face, shoot, she'd just stop there. You know? Now, like I said, it ain't like they ain't looking and shit, but they look at everything. And they might even say a man handsome. Even when some guys talking Chad and Tyrone. How come Chad and Tyrone got to be a certain height? How come Chad and Tyrone got to be a certain body build? Oops, body game. I'm just saying. They be checking out all that shit. But see, you get some motherfucker. Look, let's just be real. You get some dudes trying to go against me because they don't like them saying it. They don't like, so they trying to act like they smart. No, you motherfucker, you not smart. And let's put it like this. We can take a test. We can take an IQ test, motherfucker. Shit. You trying to come, I ain't the person to come against. I ain't the person. We can take a motherfucking test. If you want to go there. You can take that shit. But you got to think about some shit. Just shit. You know, like I say, you don't even have to look at me. You don't even have to just shit. Just go online. What these women talking about? Height. That's not the face. They talking about, I've seen women talk more about height more than they even talk about face. Indeed, I've seen plenty of women, they'll say they like a little bit of ugly. They'll take a little bit of ugly in a man. Now, whether or not any man agrees with that is irrelevant. That's on the woman. But what did I say before about women? Women prefer to be the good-looking one in the relationship and shit. And let's be real, you talk about sex, there's some women feel like that dude who ain't looking all that good will fuck better. And like I said earlier, they checking out the joint too. They checking out everything. They don't just stop at the neck. Are you stupid? Seriously. I don't know why, and that just hit me this morning. I wasn't even up yet. I'm still in bed. And some said, let me hit the guys on that. I want y'all to think about that. It hit some of those guys up who think it's just face. Ask them why they checking out height. You can check, like I said, you can check out videos yourself. You don't have to listen to me. That's something you can check out on your own. And that's just one thing. Like I said, all that other shit wouldn't matter. Why you got motherfuckers up there? Because dudes, shoot. Everything else wouldn't matter. Man's height, if it was just a man's face, his height wouldn't matter. His body build wouldn't matter. What type of clothes he has matter. Even for women going for money and status, that wouldn't matter. A dude would just need to be handsome. That'd be it. But you get some dumbass motherfuckers thinking, oh, that's it. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Think. And what do I always say? Develop yourself all the way around as best as possible. And I preach that, and I will always preach that. Because women looking at everything. They looking at shit you ain't even thinking about. You know? Seriously. They looking at your print. You know? They looking at your print. They looking at your hand and feet size. If the shoot, I remember I was younger and stuff. Women be liking a guy with some bow legs. Come on now. They looking at everything. You know, when they looking at bodies and stuff, they looking at every fucking thing. All you have to do is think. Like, you got a lot of women publicly saying they want a man of a certain height. But then, if you look at bodies and stuff, hell, on that show, Sex Lives of College Girls, man, body game is prominent on there. Every time they see a college student with like a good body, they feature that prominently on there. Women be going crazy. Women be going crazy. You know? If they ain't checking out a man's clothing, what's the point of him wearing clothes? What's the point of having, like, his fit? And there's been plenty, shoot, you look at those balloon pop shows even before that, those smash or pass videos, and the women be saying, oh yeah, okay, I like your fit. Women wouldn't give a fuck about a man's fit if they were just looking at his face. He could just show up as a bum or something. Motherfuckers need to think. But see, you got some dorks out there, and I do mean dorks. They want to believe some shit because they know they don't got it. They know they ain't dressing well. They know they don't got that good. They ain't 6 feet. They know they ain't got that body, so they try to say it's one thing, and they pray a woman find them attractive. But deep down, they know that. find it facially attractive. Come on now. Come on. And then every now and then I get somebody say, "Are you hating on them?" No, I'm out here telling y'all the motherfucking truth. I ain't hating on nobody. I'm telling y'all some truth. Shit. My main job is telling motherfuckers how to get a woman. So you need to fix up every mother. You need to fix up all the way around. That's your best shot. Your best shot. Even then you can have some troubles, but I'm saying your best shot is fixing up all the way around. And really your body's the easiest, because even fixing up your body, you can affect your face. You can affect, that's the best thing. And shit, you can lose some weight off your face. You hitting the gym, right? Or whatever the case. But that's how it is. Like, dudes either need to just think about it. Think about it. And I would say this. I would say, like I said, don't try to come at me with some dumb shit. If you're gonna come at me with some intelligence and shit. Right? Don't come at me with some shit that's easily debunked. Alright? I'm not the one. I am not the one. Because I've been out here in the real motherfucking world. Anybody who's been out in the world, anybody who's been got with some women, anybody, you can see that shit for yourself. I don't have to do shit. Like I said, you can go see it for your motherfucking self. So I want y'all to think about that, alright? Yeah, but it's if you just start there. If it was all about just the face, women wouldn't have shit to say about height. And you don't have to go further than that, really. So, I want y'all to think about that shit, alright? Anyway, let me go in here. I gotta get my food. Y'all know how I am. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace.